Yo, what's up, guys? So today I want to talk about why wealth is built with support systems. So oftentimes, people we chase success, we chase wealth, and sometimes we lack support systems. So everything we do, we fail, we quit. We don't want to continue after when the times get tough. When the views get low, or when the subscribers get low, or when the money gets low, the business isn't producing enough revenue. We want to call it in. We want to call it quits because this is like, where you're spending our hard, like, time will never get back in life. We're spending that on things that we hope to see a return on one day, but sometimes it doesn't return like as quick as we expect it to. So we throw in the towel. And support system, having a support system, and I'm not just talking about people that are cheering you on. I'm talking about internally building. You have to build your own support system internally to be able to continue to have wealth and continue to have your success, because if you don't have that built-in support system, everything will come crashing down. Every business you start, you're gonna quit. Everything you try to do, you're gonna fail at, because you didn't take the time to build your support system. And to build your support system, you don't have to do that before you start your business or before you're on your way to wealth. You do that little by little while you're trying to obtain success or wealth. So, for example, right, you can build it internally and you can build it externally. So if we go to people like Floyd Mayweather, right? When he was growing up, and I watched a documentary with him, and he was growing up, and he had Roger Mayweather and his father. They were teaching him how to box. Those people were his support system. Those people, his coaches. That was his support system. So every day when he would feel tired, wouldn't want to do boxing. He wouldn't want to train. He had the support system to push it into him and say, "Hey, man, this is with your end result. Remember, you want this end result. Remember your why. Remember why you're doing this." And then on top of that, he sees people around him who are also motivated and influenced to have a similar goal like him. So that was his support system. And then over time, as the months went on and as the weeks went on, he built the internal support system where he wanted to be the best fighter in the world, and he wanted to be the best boxer in the world, and nothing was going to stop him. And that was his support system. His support system was also the gym, running, practicing his punches, perfecting his punches. That was his support system, because every time he seen a little result, he got that little result, that perfect punch, the perfect slip. He continued to go. He continued to move. Michael Phelps, I think he had a coach named Bob. That was his external support system. His internal support system was to win the gold medal at the Olympics, multiple gold medals, and he wanted to do this every Olympic. He wanted to win some medals. If he got an extra extra, strides. I don't really know too much about the whole swimming thing, but if he got extra strides in maybe some of his laps, that was a win for him. That was his internal support system. So you have to build your internal support system. Sometimes it's just focusing on things you like to do. Like, let's say you like to go for hikes, you like to go for runs, you like to have a drink on, Friday or something. That can be your internal support system. So every time when it gets hard, you're looking forward to having that, whether it's each and every single day you're going for a walk, or you're going for a run, or, maybe on the weekend, on a Saturday, you have that evening downtime. That's your internal support system. And you have to also have mini rewards. So every time you have a little result in your business, have a mini reward. Like, maybe, whatever it is, very mini. And then save the big rewards for the big accomplishments, the big milestones. Maybe it'll take you a year to get, but have mini rewards every, it could be every week, or it could be every couple of weeks, a little small little reward for yourself for achieving something. And those are going to be your internal support systems. And then your external support systems could be, people around you that want to see you accomplish that goal. Those are your external support systems. But sometimes a lot of us aren't grateful enough, and aren't I wouldn't say grateful enough, but aren't very accessible enough to have external support systems. So sometimes we have to do it on our own. So we have to build our internal support systems. So once you build that internal support system, you'll see that a lot of things you do aren't going to fail anymore. You're not going to be so easy to quit them. So focus on building the internal support system for wealth and success, and you will achieve it and you will make it eventually. So build your internal support systems. You'll never quit. You'll do whatever you have to do for years, and you'll see it through to the end. So guys, if you like this video, subscribe, like, peace, comment, or comment, and I'll see you guys next time.